I don't know how much cussing we can do, but it's
a bunch of it.
Yeah,
As
let it
much cussing
fly.
as you have,
Yeah.
as many as
All of
Monique.
them.
We have you have
No,
two MFs
no,
less than
that is
Monique,
not
and you
allowed.
good.
As
It's
many
two
as
MFs
Monique
less.
is not allowed. That is not allowed. She has broke the quota.
Yeah, that was like every punctuation mark was MF in that
Every
stand up.
fourth
All right,
syllable.
before you get into Dungeons and Dragons, all of you, what's different than Bernie Mac's MFs?
They're timed.
Timing.
Yeah, they're spaced out.
Whether it's necessary or not.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just not periods.
They're in place of other words.
it felt like MF was breaths. Like anytime
Yeah.
she take a breath, it's like let me drop an MF in here,
Yeah.
and then we'll get back to breathing. You know.
She used my MFs for periods and question marks as well. She used punctuation, pauses.
That being said, though, like I have aunts that talk like that, so I felt at home. Like I felt like I got aunts at every Thanksgiving. That's what it be. So I was like, okay, go ahead, rap to me. Tell you how you grow up.
Did y'all think it was a win? Because Rod, we're gonna get into the Dungeons and Dragons in a second, but I saw her in residence at Vegas, and this was a version of that show. So I was like, okay, I've seen a version of this. She added something to the beginning that wasn't, but the whole Aunt Tina, all of that was in that. The smelling finger, all of that was in the Vegas show. The trauma, the grandmother. She added something that I was like, I don't believe you.
What was that?
Like, the special education piece. I was like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I feel like she's an incredible actress.
That was actually a strong bit, that part.
Yeah.
But I didn't believe her. It was good, right, from that standpoint. But I feel like she's a great actress. And it was that if she had taken out some of the MFs, was this a win for her with all of the drama that led to this? Do you think it succeeded, and would this lead to the next one? Rod, you first.
What's a win for Monique though? Like, because I feel like this don't really have nothing to do with the stuff she been mad at people about. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't really got nothing to do with Oprah, Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, even DL Hughley. Like, the only way I see it as like a quote unquote win is like a couple years ago, people wrote her off as like, you crazy to even want a special on Netflix. So she did get her special, but if it's not, I think she had a lot to prove. She needed to be better, quote unquote, than a lot of people that she was beefing with.
I'm mad at you.
And I don't think people walked away feeling like, oh, this better than Chappelle, Amy Schumer, Chris Rock, and even DL. Like, I don't think they walked away like that. So, I guess it's a win if you just want to validate the grievances that she has, but I don't think it's a win comedically.
I can't tell you how many trash white boys I see and get specials that are not even worth the discussion. So look, cut the check. It's like whatever. But if you're saying in terms of blackness, whether yeah, I get that. But you let mediocre jelly sandwich, dirty foot white folks do all kinds of stuff they want to do, and it's just part of the lexicon. So I mean, cut the check. I'm with her.
Yeah, so I started it. Last week I had not watched it, and then I was like, let me give it 20, and I got to 20. I got to 20, okay. and so it was what it was. I may not be the audience, but and who am I to say somebody cusses too much? I mean, that's crazy for black people to even say. However, it was a lot. It was like
Lamont. I didn't even know you could tightrope. Yeah. I didn't know you could walk a tightrope like that.
No, because I was on here defending her last week. I really was, because I was like, maybe this is what she needed to do, and then I watched it. A lot of that.
So you be talking without even having
No, I told you that.
Not read the book. No. Ain't watched the thing.
No, I don't
do that. Saying stuff.
But I told you I hadn't watched it yet because I wanted. You were like, you don't run out and watch it. And I was like, no, I got to wait till the noise dies down so that I can digest it and process it with my own opinion. That's a lot of times we read and we see the comments are flying by a million a minute, and you kind of absorb that. So I was like, let me let it die down throw her on and see what it is to me. And
that's why I watch it first, because I don't
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Want the noise.
I never got music when it came out. I never went to the movies when it came out. I gotta let it fade, and then I tune in when y'all not talking about it. But I was defending her because I was like, she only had two things. This is what I said last week. She only had two things to do. She had to give you what you remember and serve her audience. And that's basically what she did. Now, the cussing, to me, who am I to, like I said, who am I to judge cussing? But it did not fit. It did not fit.
It's gratuitous.
Yeah, it was more than gratuitous.
It felt like it was supposed to be a one-woman show or something more than stand-up, you know?
Yeah.
Like, here's my story, because sometimes it wouldn't even be like a joke. It'd just be like, if you know Monique, you might find this funny, or you might clap.
Interesting.
But
I'm even fine with that. I'm fine with that, because that's storytelling is a big part of it, and everything is not going to hit funny to everybody. But it was like, I say motherfucker because you know that's going to shock you, and it might make your motherfucking ass laugh.
Yeah,
and
but
you do that 1,000
like
times. Yeah, right. You do that.
The 300th motherfucker is not going to shock me.
It's going to miss.
I felt like she was nervous too.
I saw that too. I give you that.
Yeah. So it's like, I was just talking to Kwame Alexander about that. Sometimes you put so much pressure on yourself because you have to deliver. Because now it's like the boy who cried, "What? The sky fell." Yeah. Here you go. Netflix. You didn't think they were going to blink, right? Right. I think many of us didn't think they were going to capitulate. They were like, "Okay, here's your money and your special. We're gonna settle." And now you have to. So for 5 years, you've been on this train, and it's been part of your, thing that every place you go, and now you got the thing that you were fighting for, and maybe there's a little not imposter. We all go through it, so I'm gonna raise my hand. I've been in situations where I'm like, yeah, they're not gonna give me the chance to do, and it's like here, and you're like, oh shoot, I gotta actually produce.
I'll go one further. I don't think she's gonna do another one. I don't think she'll do another one.
I saw her 5 years ago. This was the same material. So maybe she doesn't have any more. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she can do more horror movies, because the horror movie she did that I didn't expect was like,
what do you mean, Precious?
That's a horror movie too. That's a horror movie too, though.
Yeah, never saw that.
Maybe she don't need to do another one. Maybe this was the capstone for that moment where I just needed to prove them wrong.
I think for me, that's what was missing in the special, though. It felt like something you do when you're not getting feedback, because sometimes you need feedback that's going to be a little critical. And so some of the bits, like when she did the bit about why she calls her husband daddy, you could tell the audience was like, this is not working for us. We don't agree with this.
We also don't care.
Yeah. Like that's y'all business, but can you please tell a joke instead of this,
Yeah.